up like the price on Netflix. Hit the streaming service, baby girl, let's watch a movie. Said she like Peacock, and honestly, that kinda do me. I ain't got a fetish, girl, I ain't into groupies, but you should treat me like your taxes, cause you really need to do me. She said, I hate to tell you this, but we ain't watching AOTY.
Dude, that shit was fucking insufferable.
What's up, everybody? I'm Tyler. That's Jer. We're the Cornballs, and today, pretty simple introduction here. There are bad albums, and these bad albums happen to come out in the year 2022. We did this last year, and we are going to be doing it again. You know, I honestly think that this year as a whole actually has less terrible albums than last year. That might be because I've listened to more last year, but man, I don't know. I had to really look through my shits and see what albums I think are really that terrible. I listened to some albums just for this post too. But yeah, Jared, what do you think about this?
Yeah, no, it's been an incredible year for music, and our year-end lists are gonna prove that because we have a shit ton to praise. Yeah, and I'm excited for you guys to see what we have as far as our lists go. But you know what? We excel when we hate on things.
Yeah, we're haters. And by blood, baby.
Especially me.
Yeah, especially him.
You know, yeah, we're here to do it. Insufferable albums of 2022. Let's fucking get it.
Let's fucking get right into it.
Fucking go.
And we're gonna start. Right. We're gonna start off with our buddy, friend of the channel here, the dude that played in the intro, Crypt, and Jared, can you do it for me? Can you do it?
Yeah, Crypt and Joey Nato. The sky.
No, bitch. No, bitch. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Crypt and
Nato.
Exactly. Yeah, baby. All right. So this album, I'll just take it over. We've talked about Crypt. We know why Crypt is bad. He is a bad lyricist. His rapping sucks. He's a talent show rapper, right? He can rap really fast. He can't really do anything else that is substantial. And don't get me started on his fucking singing. This guy has the worst fucking singing. And let me just say that's prevalent in this album. There is some horrendous singing in this album. Some horrendous breaks that he takes to sing. Fucking horrendous, right? Now imagine pairing Crypt with a trap Luke Gone, right? And that's not. And then we have this album, and I don't even know what to say. What is the subject matter of this album? Nothing follows like a coherent. It's incoherent music. It is bad. It is ass. I won't take too much time on this. The production is incredibly mediocre too, but just it's just bad. It's bad. You know it is. It's bad.
One thing that Crypt has always done, and that I honestly have to respect at this point, is that he just gets worse by the album. And, you know, Crypt, he seems like a decent human being. You know, he seems like a decent guy. I mean, he's had a couple of fucking questionable people feature on his albums, obviously. Adam Calhoun and shit. He would definitely suck a dick for a Tom MacDonald feature on his album. I don't think he's landed that one yet. But I feel like we're
seeing that in the future. It's happening.
But yeah, no, it's just incredible on how he just gets worse and worse. And even, jeez, Nato's production sucks on this, but the real stinker of this album is the fucking writing. And honestly, we could sit here and tell you all the terrible fucking lines on this album. But truthfully, like, that would be longer than the album itself because it's just crazy. But I feel like I've got a good one to summarize it up. I had to whittle it down to one out of like fucking 20 of them.
Oh, you're gonna say a line.
But here's a good one. Now she feeling euphoria when she ride that, telling me I want some more of ya, call it HBO climax. She got a nice rack, I got her riding all night like a flight to Iraq. Jail!
Dude, you prison, dude. Holy shit. That is so bad.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it's like you have to try to write something that bad. You do. There's so much fucking... Oh yeah. There's another, like, thing to mention. Just, like, there's so much I hate women shit. There's literally a song on this where the outro is just Nato going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And that's the outro.
There's a lot of misogynist shit coming out this year. Like, this along with the Token, dude. Like, white boy fast rappers hate women. I think that's what we've learned. They
do.
It's
They
like
do. They don't only hate black people. They hate women.
Yeah,
too.
both. Double whammy. Double whammy.
This album fucking sucks. It fucking sucks.
Going on into the next one is an album I actually listened to. Two of the albums I listened to just for this post, so I can say something is that insufferable. And it actually came out the other day. Charlie Puth. You know, everyone knows and loves him. And TikTok's I was gonna say dad. No one likes Charlie Puth. He's not a dad. He's too young. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. But this Charlie Puth album is God, what the fuck do I even say about this Charlie Puth album? It is like just, it's so fucking annoying. Charlie Puth, you are fucking annoying. You are so fucking annoying. And like, this is going to be a trend on this Insufferable Albums list, is that most of the albums I put here are just fucking annoying. It's because I hate annoyance. I don't like getting annoyed. I like being calm and collected, and then when something is annoying me, I just go crazy. Because Charlie Puth, how the fuck did you go? What is the music school that he go to? It's like the most popular music school in the fucking country.
Berkeley?
How the fuck did you make it into that school? How?
Wait, he went to Berkeley.
Yes, he went to Berkeley. Charlie Puth made it into Berkeley.
Dude, that's the college that Big Thief went to.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, okay, let's not compare Big Thief to Charlie Puth. Charlie Puth is way better. Way better. It makes way better music.
True.
But so Charlie Puth is known for his dumb shit where he like can do the, like, if you fucking, I don't know, like ejaculate, he can tell you the fucking tune that it's in, right? I don't know how, because this entire album was fucking ear grating. I feel like nothing is right with it. You guys heard Lights? I don't even know how to explain this album, guys. It's a generic pop album with fucking really generic vocals, but the thing is, the fucking lyricism on this sucks. Get those grippers out of the fucking cover, Charlie Puth. That is the most offensive part of this. You know, it's very messy to talk about this album, because I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't make it through. I couldn't make it through this album.
Yep.
Fucking,
okay.
It's nice guy pop, and that's literally all it is. Just listen to Light Switch, and then you'll get a general idea of what Charlie Puth is doing nowadays, and that's throughout the entire fucking album. The writing's terrible. It's fucking annoying. Charlie Puth, you're fucking annoying. Quit music.
All right.
Fuck you.
Similar to your situation, I didn't finish this album either. Part of something being insufferable is that most of the time I can't fucking finish it.
Yeah.
I can't. Most of these albums actually that I listened to for this, I just decided to make it through the whole thing just so I can have more substance to rant off of. But I felt like by the fifth song of this one, like, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. And this is Panic at the Disco. I don't even honestly know the title. I didn't even write it down.
I didn't know
it's
the title of the Charlie Puth either.
It's in Spanish. Why the fuck is it in Spanish, Brendan Urie? I mean, just why? But, okay. Yeah, you know, Panic at the Disco, one of the most popular fucking bands of the 2010s. One of the most fucking popular bands of the 2000s even. They have classics. Undeniably, Brendan Urie, well, I don't like his vocals that much just regularly. He's still respectable as a vocalist. Like, early on in his career, this man could hit those notes. He could, which is why he culminated a fucking massive fan base. I have actually got into a couple of arguments with Panic at the Disco fans, even when I was younger. Like, like there was one time where I was at a restaurant and I was, getting really hype over baseball, and a Panic at the Disco fan who was, eating at the restaurant before the concert was like, "Woohoo, baseball!" And I'm like, "Woohoo, Panic at the Disco, one of the worst fucking bands of all time." And their parents actually got fucking mad at me. Anyways, no. This is not why they're here on my list. Why they're here on my list is because this sounds like fucking drunk karaoke. This shit is fucking horrendous. This shit is fucking horrendous. As I said, Brendan Urie, a respectable vocalist in his early days, but holy shit, he sounds awful in this. He sounds fucking awful. And honestly, I don't need much more to go off of than the sheer mention of the fucking song Star Spangled Banner. Now, this album wouldn't have hit my radar if
Star
Abby
Spangled
wanted to
Banger.
send me the song Star Spangled Banner. She said, I found the worst song of all time. I was like, oh my god, Panic at the Disco in 2022. Obviously, this can't be good, but let's just see. And right when this shit started out, I was like, oh, yup. With the course reading, we are, wait, fuck it, what was it? It was, we are electric angels. We are the six-string queens. And then it goes, we are the new dead Kennedys in the land of the free. Oh my friend. It's one of the fucking worst things I have ever fucking heard. The Dead Kennedys, I am not a huge fan of them, but they are one of the most, like impactful bands of the 80s. They're fucking, they got all the, politically driven songs and shit. And here Brendan Urie is, years late in his career, delivering drunk karaoke core vocal performances, saying that he's the new Dead Kennedys. Get the fuck out of here. This album is dog shit. It's fucking terrible. Panic at the Disco is trash.
That's such a dub, bro. I'm glad you didn't hold back, because Brendan Urie's also just a terrible guy in general. Fuck Brendan Urie. Fuck your stupid name. Brendan? Just name yourself Brandon. Why the fuck didn't your parents just name you Brandon?
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
All right, this next one you guys probably didn't even know came out. You probably haven't even heard of this guy in a couple years. I mean, he has a hit song. I was in 7th grade. I was listening. I spy with my little light. That's right, Kyle, baby. And let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a little story about this album. So I was in homeroom. I was in high school, senior year of high school last year, and I was listening to this. I was like, new Kyle album. What if this surprises me? I didn't think the cover was that bad. I thought the cover was interesting. The album it's not so bad. So I was gonna see. Maybe it is not so bad. It is so bad, Kyle. It is so bad. So I was listening to this, dude. I almost fell ill in homeroom because of this fucking clap. Because it's jumbling my words. That's how bad this fucking album is, guys. Listen, it's a very different album for Kyle, but not in a good way. Let me just say, not in a good way. It's like Kyle trying his hardest to make club hits that range from fucking just boring to fucking horrendous. Kyle, stop. Why did you even try this? You need to go back to the I spy with my little eye, curly headed cutie. It's amazing. That song's amazing, by the way, Kyle. I just want to, but it's okay. Uninspired, dull, and it just sounds like butt. This entire album, it just sounds like pure butt. It's an AGR fans' exception of a rap album that they listen to. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it.
It's like an AGR fan's like, oh, I'm not huge into rap, but that Kyle.
Yeah.
That Kyle album that dropped.
Oh, yeah, that one.
That one's really good.
That's
exactly.
one of the good ones. That's one of the good ones.
Yeah, guys, Kyle, poopy doody dog shit.
This next album is actually by an artist that I have been defending for quite a while, and I already know that there are going to be some fans of this person that have a problem with what I'm about to say, but this album is called Good Movie by Bourne. Now, if you don't know Bourne, he's a producer, super producer,
legendary,
very iconic. I mean, he helped with Playboy Cardi on Dial It and a ton of other things. He also has a solo career where he raps too. Mm-hmm. And that solo career where he raps has been very, very, I don't want to say, controversial, but very split. Because there is one side of people that absolutely love this guy. And I am one of them. I love his solo music. But then there's another side of that where it's just like, just fucking stick to beats. You're fucking terrible at rapping. You need to just shut the fuck up and start producing, because you got to stop saving these beats for yourself. You're not fucking Kanye West, okay? Just get the fuck out of here. And honestly,
it sounds like you feel that way.
I had a problem with those people, because in 2019 when he dropped T-Lot 4, I'm not gonna lie, first listen, I didn't like it. I feel like you could dig up old scores that I had on that album and been like, oh, but what is this? But by early 2020, This album grew on me, and honestly, this album comforted me in some of my most like hard situations. Like, it's such a comforting album. It's just amazing. I defended this album so hard. T-Love 4 so hard. So before you Pierre Bourne fans come at me for fucking slandering this new one, just fucking realize how much I have defended this man like he's a fucking family member. So anyways, T-Love 5 came out last year. Not as good as T-Love 4. Decent follow-up.
Cool
then
album.
2022 comes. Did not expect a Pierre Bourne album this year. But I thought it was a soundtrack at first, and that was where I was going to give him slack. But apparently, it's not a soundtrack. Let me just tell you.
Full-length LP, baby.
If this good movie album, which, by the way, why the fuck is it called Good Movie? I don't know. I don't know if this is a concept album. I don't know what the fuck this is. But if this album is how Pierre fans like view his normal music, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. It must have been so hard to hear me defend this man, because let me tell you, this album is so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. As a matter of fact, no disrespect to Drew, KWD, or Theo, but you all are fucking idiots. You're fucking idiots.
Damn!
Because there is not one song on here where he delivers with a coherent flow. It's just slop after slop after slop after slop. You would have thought that Pierre Bourne was my third grade lunch lady with the amount of slop that he's fucking giving me. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh my gosh.
And guess what? The album is an hour and 9 minutes of it. 24 songs. 24 songs of just terrible flows. Terrible melodies. Just everything that was on T-Love 4 was like, let's just do the exact opposite. It's so bad. It's so bad. And before you fucking fans come at me, I was calling T-Love 4 a masterpiece before you came out of the fucking womb, okay? I swear to God, there's so many people that call me crazy for calling that shit a masterpiece, and they're bumping T-Love 4 now, having a good time. This shit sucks. Good movie, more like bad movie.
Oh,
because this
fucking
shit
God,
terrible.
This next one, guys, let's go. It's DaBaby. DaBaby. Everyone loves him. I think XXL crowned him as the most likable rapper of 2021. So, you know, I was excited to listen to this album. And let me just say, Baby on Baby 2, he made a sequel to his legendary, not legendary, but like really great trap album in 2018. You know, it does not live up. Does not live up. This is dog shit. This is bad. Why? He's shitting all over that album's legacy, man. You know, I get Kirk, it's alright. It's alright. I get Kirk, it's alright. The album after that, what the fuck was that called?
Blame It on Baby.
Blame It on Baby. Blame It on Baby.
And then he dropped the deluxe.
It's mid, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright, it's okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is the first horrendous DaBaby album. I know he's gotten really terrible lately, but like I haven't heard a full-length LP from him that is this fucking horrendous. You know, there's some controversial lines on this thing that are just fucking annoying to listen to and just fucking insensitive. And it's just a terrible sequel to a great album. It's literally just DaBaby trying to replicate his old sound but failing and falling on his face. It's pretty, I don't really know what else to say except for that. Baby on Baby 2 is insufferable.
All right. My next Insufferable album is by a band that I've never liked. This is the 1975's Being Funny in a Foreign Language. Now, the 1975, they've been around for a bit. They've been one of the most mainstream bands, I think, of the 2010s.
Year. That's not a band. It's a year.
Yeah. I wish it was just a year. I really wish it was just a year. Because the 1975, up until this point, they've never dropped an album that I've really liked at all. In 2020, I think it was 2020 or 2021, they put out an album that was just like all over the place. They had like a Greta Thunberg skit at the beginning, and they proceeded to just use a melting pot of sounds and just suck at every genre. Like, they are the most versatile because they suck at every single genre that they dip their toe into, whether that's fucking, I don't know, whether that's Sufjan Stevens sounding shit, LCD Sound System sounding shit. They're just all over the place. But anyways, I will say, this is the best album by the 1975. This is. Truthfully, this didn't even have to make Insufferable Albums, but I'm just going to do it because fuck you, Matt Healy. You're a piece of shit. You think that you're so cool and edgy for calling Metallica one of the worst bands of all time. I'd do that in a heartbeat if I was fucking as famous as you. Okay? And, like, your Twitter game's overrated as hell. You don't have a great tweet. You just joke around about how your band is bad. I'm so self-aware. I'm so quirky. My band is bad. Just like everything rolling into this album just kind of just pissed me off. Like, I just don't like the 1975. I don't like Matt Healy. The lead single to this album, Part of the Band, is essentially just a Vampire Weekend ripoff. Part of the Band, which just has some horrendous ass lyrics. Let me read you some of them. I know some vaccinista tote bag chic baristas sitting in East on their communist keisters, writing about their ejaculations. What? I like my men like I like my coffee. Okay. Full of soy milk and so sweet, it won't offend anybody. And, you know, Matt Healy all over this album is being funny in a foreign language. You know, he's quirky, he's out there, but the lyrics, they just don't hit well with me. He's a bad vocalist. He always is just doing something that's just so unoriginal. I don't think that there's a single original thing that this band has done. I mean, just there's so many quotables. I'm feeling apathetic after scrolling through hell. I think I got a boner, but I can't really tell. Like, getting suicidal. It's honestly not for me. I'm getting on my nerves by getting on my knees. Getting cucked. I don't need it. Like, it's just like a bunch of just...
What the fuck?
It's a bunch of trash. It's a bunch of trash, and it's like, some people love this album. I honestly don't know how you can see past the writing. This album is definitely their least offensive album musically, but it's not good. It's not good. It's just, it's pretty insufferable to me. I'm going to be honest. This is more of an insufferable rant on Matt Healy himself than the actual album, but I don't like the album, and I want an opportunity to hate on the 1975 because I've never hated on them before on this YouTube channel. So there you go. There is my third Insufferable album.
Boom.
Yeah.
And for my fourth Insufferable album is an album I actually listened to about an hour ago. It's another one I didn't make it through. Let me just say.
I don't know this one.
He doesn't know this one. It's Walker Hayes.
Oh my god.
Do you know what Walker Hayes is, Jer?
It rings a bell. First of all, it's a country artist, right?
Yeah, okay. We fancy like Applebee's on a day.
Oh no.
So I decided to give his new full-length LP a listen. And let me just say that I do not think there's a song on here that is as bad as the Applebee's song, because that happens to be like a bottom 3 song for me. So that's pretty hard of a feat to do. But I would say everything is still fucking bad. This album is so fucking bad. You know, I was gonna put Kid Rock on this list. Okay, everyone knows Kid Rock is bad. I was gonna put Joey Badass on this list for having a fucking boring album, but it's not insufferable, right? But I was like, you know what? I want to put something else. I want to put something, you know, spicy. So I listened to Walker Hayes, and holy shit. This is not your bland acoustic guitar type country. It is just overproduced, fucking terribly written garbage country. It's not quite bro country, but it is just so fucking annoying. Jesus fucking Christ, why do these songs sound like this? They felt like they're fucking getting churned out of a fucking machine. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Like, holy shit. There is one song on this album called Suitcase, and it is the only song that is listenable. The only one, because it has some bittersweet lyrics, and it's like a nice, but it's not nice sounding. Let me just say, it's still fucking ass. I do not know why every single one of these songs is just so overblown, and just the production is just so fucking annoying. I don't know what it is. There's something about each one of these songs and the production that is just so fucking ear grating. Why are you doing that to your music? This is not music. This is fucking garbage. This is garbage. I do not know why I put myself through Walker Hayes' album. I don't know why I even listened to this. I didn't even know he had a name. I just knew him as the fancy, like, Applebee's guy. Yeah, this is some of the worst country music I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. At the end of the day. Like I said, I've really missed the old shitty 90s country where they just had an acoustic guitar talking about tractors. I want to go back.
I mean, just by the decade, I feel like country has just been a genre that has gotten more and more stained. And honestly, like, at this point, it's like it's all AI generated, or at least it feels like that. Literally. And honestly, it's kind of a shame to say, because like there's so many people that call country like the worst genre of all time, and that's rightfully so if they've only heard like modern country, because modern country is genuinely like, it's just like, it's terrible. Like, do any of these people even appreciate like Willie Nelson or Count Basie or Johnny Cash? Like, the crazy people that actually fucking made good music. Like,
that's why we love Cactus Lee, bro. I mean, Cactus Lee, you know, he's saving the genre.
Put it on.
All right. We're moving on. I'm okay. Let me just give you something, guys. I have not. Jared didn't hear my last one, but it wasn't that crazy. It was just, you know, bad album. I'm very excited to hear what he has to say. He's been keeping it for me, keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear the last one. I hope I don't like the album.
Honestly, okay. I don't know if I'm even gonna get like so angry doing this, because it's honestly pretty sad to that this guy is even making this series. Like, it's genuinely a little bit sad to me, but I have to do it.
What?
Every single listen to this album, it has only gotten progressively worse for me.
No, I know.
And that album is Chaos Now by Gene Dawson.
Wow.
Chaos Now by Gene Dawson. Let me tell you this. I love this guy's music. I found him in 2019 via a Twitter shout out from Kevin Abstract. It was the same day that Igor dropped, this guy's debut album dropped, and I was like, what an amazing day for music. Injury Reserve self-titled, this Gene Dawson, fucking Igor.
What a crazy
fucking
day.
Slow tie too. Dude, like this shit was stacked, and I was like, this Gene Dawson guy, he's got a shit ton of potential. Fast forward to 2020, Pixel Bath comes out, and I had honestly fell out of touch with this guy until late 2020. It was quarantine. I was needed some feels. Gene Dawson comes through with Pixel Bath. Triple double with ASAP Rocky comes on. Rocky and Gene, they fucking kill this track. It is one of my favorite songs of the decade. Pixel Bath is amazing. It ends up placing even higher than Bad Sports did in my 2019 list. You can look at my 2019 list. You can look at my 2020 list. Gene Dawson has made both of them. I love this guy. I really do. Fast forward to one of the lowest weeks of my transitional period into college, and I think it was about February. Gene Dawson drops Porn Acting, which is a top 10 song of the year for me. It's a top 10 song. The fucking song is amazing. It's a noisy alt-rock direction. He just fucking kills it.
Amazing.
Great rap verse, great writing, all of that. Then the follow-up comes a couple of months later with Three Heads. It's a bland cut. I didn't like it that much, but I was like,
that's all right.
You know what? I'm still fucking pumped. It's Gene Dawson. That's like that's his worst song to date. But you know what? Gene Dawson doesn't miss. Then Pirate Radio comes out. A little bit Bonnie there sounding, but it's still a good song. I'm going into this Chaos Now album like, oh my fucking God. This is an album of the year contender. I even said it on my story a couple of times, which makes it so sad to say. Going into this listen, like the chance of Gene Dawson dropping a bad album in my head was like, I'd had the same chance of Pete Davidson going on fucking national TV with Kanye West and giving him a blowjob. Like it was genuinely like it was like the same probability in my mind. I finished the first listen. I'm like, damn, that was kind of bad. It was just kind of underwhelming. I listened to it a second time. I'm like, oh my god, I can't lay a finger on why this is so bad, but it's just bad. Then the third listen, fourth listen, fifth listen. I've listened to this about 7 times, and it just keeps getting worse and worse every time. And I'll tell you why. First of all, the production on this is awful. It's genuinely awful.
Oh my god, I haven't heard
I don't
this,
know
so.
I don't know how this dude made Pixel Bath 2 years ago all the way to this, because this is a more focused album going in a full alt rock noise pop direction, but it is blaring and overproduced to the point of like no enjoyment. And I like blaring shit. Rainbow Bridge 3 by Cemetery was a top 5 album of last year in my opinion. But this is like Imagine Dragons and AJR overproduced. Like, it's like that.
Jesus.
It's like that, genuinely. It's overproduced as hell. And another thing that just surprised the fuck out of me, there's no good songs other than the singles. The singles are the only good songs here.
Oh my god.
Everything else is like blaring, awful production, terrible vocal performances. Terrible. Let me just tell you, like, it's to the point where it annoys me the more and more I listen. The writing, ass. It's just ass. Like, nothing's coming through. The Earl Sweatshirt song, Bad Fruit, Earl's like giving a Juice WRLD ass verse, bro. Juice WRLD ass verse. Dude, I'm honestly cannot believe I'm saying it, and I can't believe Gene Dawson made an Insufferable Album. Like, it's kind of surreal to me. This guy I've been riding for fucking since 2019. I love this guy, but this was a swing and a fucking miss.
Gene Dawson, step up your shit. You made Jer upset. Look, he's sad. He's about to cry.
Yeah.
No,
I am, because like this is like an artist that I genuinely like love, and like you know, a lot of Gene Dawson fans were attacking me on Instagram for like, you know, calling this album bad, but I gotta speak my mind. I love this guy's music. I love this guy's, you know, creativity and everything. He's amazing. I think he can bounce back from this one, but this project was just a huge swing and a miss. Like, it really was. It was really bad.
I'm such a big fan of Pirate Radio too. It's my favorite songs of the year. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I won't. So that's it. That's the Insufferable Albums. Jerry, you did a lot better at this post than I did. I was just kind of yelling. All right, that's it.
I mean,
Peace. Peace.